Texas Governor Greg Abbott doubling down on border security, this time issuing an inflatable border along the Rio Grande River.
There are a lot of devastating consequences because of Biden's open border policies.
Nobody needs to be coming between the ports of entry. It's dangerous. We're about to deploy the first 1,000 feet of it in Eagle Pass because right now the center of gravity for smuggling is Maverick County in the Eagle Pass area. We don't want people to come across and continue to put themselves at risk when they go between the ports of entry.
Here to react, President of the National Border Patrol Council, Brandon Judd. Brandon, it's great to see you this morning. I'm curious what you make of this idea. I don't know personally, Brandon, whether or not this has been tried in the past, but it's new to me. Will this be effective? And if so, why hasn't it been done in the past?
It hasn't been done in the past, and it will prove to be effective. What this is doing is building off of Trump's border wall. That was very, very successful. What we saw is everywhere that we put technology and infrastructure, it causes smugglers to move to other locations. And so that border wall was very, very effective that Trump built. This is now just building off of that. This is now looking at the river and saying, where are our vulnerabilities? What can we do to stop smugglers from bringing people across that are going to try to get away? Infrastructure and technology does not stop asylum seekers. What it does stop is it stops people from evading apprehensions. Those gotaways, the thousands of people every single day that are able to evade apprehension, that's what this infrastructure will do, and it will allow us to be more successful in reacting to what the criminals are doing. Criminals want to create opportunities. This infrastructure will stop those opportunities, and it will allow us to deploy our resources. They want to be as quick as possible. We want to create time, and that's what these border barriers will do.
Brandon, it's one of those things you see and you think to yourself, wow, why hadn't I thought about that before? That makes a ton of sense. I'm curious, in your estimation, why has an inflatable border never been deployed in the past? Is it recreational use of the river? Is it some effect on the wildlife? I'm just curious why we haven't seen this before.
We haven't seen it on the river before because that river was a natural barrier before we had the other walls in place. And so once we got those walls in place, then the river became an area that the cartels were trying to exploit. And so that was the next step in that natural progression. And so now that we're in that area, we have to build that wall. But what's so disappointing about this is the federal government's job. This is not the state of Texas' job. Yet they're the ones that are stepping up to the plate, and they're the ones that are actually doing something about it. So they looked at and said, okay, the border wall was very effective. Now what can we do on the river? And so they're putting up these inflatable barriers that are going to stop smugglers from just being able to operate with impunity. And it's going to slow them down, which is going to allow us, the Border Patrol, to be a lot more effective.
I want to get your take on this really quickly, Brandon, before we go. There has been a new U.S. Border Patrol chief named. He is the Del Rio sector chief. His name is Jason Owens. What does this mean for the future of Border Patrol?
Jason Owens is very enforcement-minded. He comes from a background that clearly shows that he's going to want to implement the programs that are going to allow us to be successful. That's all we want to do. We want to protect American citizens, and we're hopeful that Jason's going to be able to do that. The problem is he's going to be subject to a DHS that has clearly shown that they have no reason to. We have no reason to believe that they're actually going to allow him to do his job. If he can do his job, he will be effective. If DHS shuts him down, he's just going to be another figurehead.
All right. Brandon Judd, great to see you this morning. Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.